Hi YouTubers, here's a plein air sketch of Shobrooke Lake from the hill above the lake. You can see my setup here with the tripod and the little sport camera in front of it, which is doing the time lapse. It was a beautiful sunny day with a bit of haze, and I was quite keen to try and paint towards the light. You can see the sheep have walked down the park, which they came later. So as the time lapse began, I laid the sketchbook page in with orange first, then using a limited palette of acrylics, working as quick as I can, as I could do, to try and capture the effects of the light. You can see in the bottom left hand side of the screen there's quite a lot of light there, and I was warm in the sunlight. It's a February day, and as the time lapse wears on, the page became more in shade, and you can see the light coming in sort of pinkish beads on the top left hand side of the sketchbook as it fell on the lens, and it made it harder to see the page and to really compare the tones. But that's working outside in the landscape for you. So I just pressed on as much as I could. I was beginning to have doubts, but I think a lot of plein air sketching goes like that. You have good times and bad times and ups and downs. You're affected by the weather and what goes on around you, but that's part of it. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't work, but that's the essence of working in a sketchbook like this. You're experimenting, you're doing all kinds of things. So I was really interested in the way that the hills in the background were very hazy, but the foreground, things weren't working out quite as I'd hoped, and as the light changed it wasn't so exciting. But then as it really changed and got colder and colder, and I was more and more in the shade, sheep started wandering down in front of me and coming around me, and they added a little bit of interest. The foreground became darker, contrast became more, which is really more of what I was hoping for. But unfortunately my battery ran out, so the time lapse wasn't completed, or the time lapse, the painting didn't appear to be completed in the time lapse. However, I carried on working, didn't change the battery because there just wasn't time with the light fading. So I worked on a bit more, and this is the final result with a few more sheep. Still a sketch rather than a finished painting, but it's a bit more of the atmosphere that I was looking for. So I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe. There's going to be more coming fairly soon as the season hots up.